Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. I'm Matt from Matt's Fishing Escapes, and today we're trying out road testing the new Inku Eggy rod. It's a 7-foot rod, 2-piece, X-carbon blank, 0.6 to 1.2 PE rod. I've paired it with the, I think one of the best value reels you can buy, which is the Shimano Nasci. It's a 2500. I'd probably normally go with a 3000, but it's just one of the rods that I had spare. So we've gone with that. I'm at the end of the breakwater at Port Vincent. You've probably maybe seen me fish here before. I did get some squid teasers. I'm actually just gonna plug you guys in so we don't lose power. Yep, that's beautiful. Spin that around a little bit. Sorry guys, I might have to go the other way. I don't know if that's going to work. Yes, it does. Beautiful. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Cancel. No, I don't. Sorry guys, I don't really. I want to be able to keep the phone on charge without it toppling over. I might need to just put that leg there. Clearly going to have to learn to get better at this live streaming stuff. Just don't. Okay, I think we're okay now. So yeah, so I got some squid teaser Tommy teasers. One thing we didn't bring was a bloody knife. I've packed fairly light, getting everything into just my Daiwa carry bag, but I knew I'd need a knife and I knew I didn't bring one. Anyway, and I don't really use my teeth because I just had my front tooth. I'll use my side teeth. There we go, we're in. I just had my front tooth, this one here, filled in after I have a little bit there that keeps falling off from when I bit some 20-pound line down at Rapid Bay. So Tommy, you may have seen this before. Tommy teaser is a sinker, well, a swivel down to a sinker. I use the glow glow sinkers from Smell Spikes, an Inku weighted float, and then just a bead on top just for protecting the line, and also helps you know that the fish has gone all the way down. So just going to pin him just through under the jaw and out again, under the jaw, and hopefully out. You can just see that out through the nose there, and we'll close him up, hopefully. Close up the swivel just like that. Now we need to check the length. It looks like it's actually at a reasonable length. So I'm about 1.8, so that's one arm width. That's 1.8. It's probably about 2.5 meters, which is about right for out here. Wind is going right to left, or this way. Oh good, you can still see me, that's brilliant. We're just going to put this one out there. Always make sure that your float stop is at the base of your hand reel so it doesn't get caught up when it's all flying out there. It's probably about 20 meters out there, which is fine. Just going to put that there. We just keep an eye on that. Now, this rod, I really like the look of this rod. Wow. If you can see it, it's almost like got a wrap around it, carbon fiber type looking wrap. Oh, that float's going under already, guys. So we might be in a spot. I think it's going under already. Just gonna. No, there's no weight on it. Just gonna keep my eye on it. There can also be crabs out here, which can definitely going that way quite a way, which tends to make me think there is something pulling it. Might be a little tiny squid on it. Just trying to see if I can feel the tug. Not really, but we'll. This is sort of right where all the currents sort of meet in, sort of coming around this breakwater and back right. Oh. No, I don't think there is anything on it. I may not even need the ball float on this one, just because the current is moving so far. But I might just have a look. No, there's no. Normally you see them on the back of the neck, but not on this occasion. So we'll actually just put it out this way. If it's moving sort of around that way. And then what I'm going to do to make sure that's full on, guys. It's really super weird. Might be some weed on it, but that went like straight down. So first cast, it's a good cast. God, the float has just gone way down. It might be that there's weed on the line. I mean, it is a perfect time for a squid. Bring this one in. I don't normally catch something directly on the first cast, except for obviously a bit of weed there. I honestly can't see why. I've never seen that sort of float go down there like that. Just going to put the rod down, pick up this hand line. Definitely be a squid around there. There could definitely be a squid around there, but I'm just not convinced. See, that's come right up and it's not going back down again. Just put him there. And you probably already understand, like with the braid, as you get it wet, like we have off that first cast, it'll cast a bit further this time. Yeah, that's a huge cast on it, which is great. Just going to wind up the slack. A couple of flicks. It's that typical eggy action, really flippy on the end, which is good. can take those, I guess, pulls when the squid grab on. One thing I haven't done is put S factor on that yet, which I will. You know, you may know if you've seen other videos, I'm a big fan of the S factor on the eggies or on the jigs. If we don't catch any squid, which I think we will, but if we don't catch any squid, I've also got a couple of soft plastics that I got up at Mark Berg's Attic Tackle, the McCarthy soft plastics that I do want to have a go with some sharp point jig heads, painted jig heads. So the drag on this I've got, probably a bit too light actually, but I do have that drag set. We can get big squid out here. I've had squid right at my feet in the spot before too. Oh, I think we've got some weed on this. There's quite a bit of weed movement around, which isn't ideal. But I guess, you know, the first impressions of this rod is pretty good. We'll see what it's like when it actually hooks up onto one. Apologies if the sound isn't great. I forgot to bring my wireless microphones with me. And given that it is a little bit overcast and we're using the Glow Tiger, we might move to a darker colour, just to help with that silhouette in the water. But yeah, it's actually just good to be out here again. If I'm going to sit down, I probably should sit over here, because I don't want to move that. I don't want to move that camera too much because there's no real flat spots to put it. But oh, is that a squid or the bottom? That's the bottom, I think. It just felt like it was pulling gently. I thought it might have been a squid. I would say we've got some weed on there now. Might have been a piece of weed floating past that just grabbed on. There we go. Now, while we're here, let's get this S factor out. I think S factor is an absolute must to help increase your catch rate. And this squid jig, it's a bit hacked. It's got quite a few bite marks from the squid on the back. I've got some new ones at home, but I just haven't swapped them out yet. And I didn't realise the rod also has the Inku brand there at the bottom, which is pretty cool. I just saw that before when I pulled it out of the car. So yeah, cast like a bullet. You're certainly going to cover some ground with this one. Oh, that can't be the bottom straight away. I think it is. It's a really weird spot out here. You get some really high points, I guess, or you know, bommies, and then there's some really low ones as well. And then so you got to get to know the spot if you ever come out to the Port Vincent breakwater. If you're liking the video so far, feel free to leave a like or make a comment, drop a super thanks, whatever you like. I'm just happy to be out here, to be honest. I do really want to move that camera. It's pretty annoying to be in that spot there. I might actually move it down over here when I get this next cast back in. I'll try and do that. Maybe drop a comment where you've been fishing lately. I literally haven't been out for ages. Been so busy with work at Pioneer Water Tanks. Was trying to do some other videos that didn't really work out. Some new stuff. I don't know if I've got, I don't think this is a squid, but just weed. So the weed might be a killer for us here today. Though once the tide starts to turn, it might work out okay. I think the tide is coming in at the moment. I didn't actually look, to be honest. I looked on the other side of the island, the peninsula. Right, so what did I say I was going to do? Move that camera, that's right. Just put that there. Just put that there gently. And we'll move you guys. Just find a spot and sit there, would you? The question is, where am I in front of? Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? I'd like it to be further down, but it's with the camera plugged in, I can't actually make rotate the camera any further, and if I turn it upside down for some reason it doesn't want to do that. If I put it back here, it's sort of too far away. This is the joys of live streaming and not being very organised, I guess. Maybe up there, I don't know. It's a pretty flat spot back there, but again it's going to be up. I guess if I'm standing here it's not too bad, not even up here, but now it's the question, can you hear me? Don't know if you'd be able to. It's only be a good vantage point if I do actually hook up, but I'd prefer not to be right up here. Maybe move this stuff over to there. Stand here. 2 reasons: a bit closer and a bit flatter. So keep getting the bottom. Maybe. Look, it's moving. The weed. Sometimes the squid, when they get hooked, they try and get back down into the weed, especially the really big ones. So when you can feel the weed moving, it makes me feel like sometimes it is a squid. The weed is just beyond it. I was originally planning to go to Ardrossan Jetty, but I stopped in there and there was only about 4 million people there. Now we do have that potentially, and again it could be weed, that float going down. Well, it was, now it's not. So just keep an eye on it. Makes me think it might have been some weed. I'm just trying to fan my cast and get around as much as I can. You just sort of got to find where the squid are hanging out. Oh, that is ridiculous. Are we on low tide or something? I just keep getting weed. Literally, just straight on the drop weed. It's not a squid. It's not pulling like a squid. As much as I'd love it to be. Can we christen this rod today? So much bloody weed. I'll try a little bit to the left because I wasn't sort of getting stuck on the weed out there. While I keep an eye on the float out here that is going under goes under and then it comes back up again. I've got a snorkeler out here who's going to be well in my way if he thinks he wants to go around the back. On the excess line now. But we'll still have a look at the fish and just see if there's any signs of it being eaten. And just make sure that's in place. Not really, but his mouth has sort of come open, but that bottom lip should be fine. I don't think they necessarily have to be out too far, those squid teasers, because often squid are, closer around. Just going to have a quick drink. I do have my head torch here tonight, but I don't know how far we'll be able to go depending on how good the picture is on your end, guys. We'll change jigs. We've had quite a few casts with the glow tiger, no action. As I said, I might go for a little bit darker jig. Well, given that we're sort of heading around sunset, we might go to the glow tiger. Just sit there, guys. Doesn't have to be difficult. So we might go the that's the big on that side, glow tigers on this side. The glow tiger is just that, almost looks like a little King George. Whiting. Hello, Mr. Shag. I hope you're not planning on going out to get my fish. Are you? You are, you little bastard. Let's get that fish in before the shag takes it. They love, I'm sure they know, I'm sure they're trained that if they see a float, like an orange squid float, they know probably 50% of the time it's going to have a fresh, nice tommy underneath it. I'm just going to bring that in for a little bit because I'm not really into feeding the shags for free. He's gone out that way now. So as long as I don't put that, teaser back out there, should be right. Really don't want that wind to pick up because I reckon that camera will bloody fall over in a minute. Stop wind, please stop, just be normal. It's just like with your record, people have no idea how stressful it can be with creating YouTube videos. It really can be. Super stressful. I've spent a lot of money on replacing microphones, camera lenses, microphone receivers. Not thankfully, touch wood, haven't had to replace a drone as yet. It's super weird because feels like it gets pulled gently, and I don't know if that's just the current or whether that's when we get some excess weight on the line. one of the canny things I have felt with the Inku eggies is that they swim really well, and as soon as they get weed on them, you can just tell, because you have that different feel. Yeah. Even with like this one, it's only got a tiny amount on it. It completely changes the swimming action and feel, which is a good thing, I think, because you wouldn't want to have a jig out there and you're just, you know, playing around with it and you've got weed on it. Just trying to think where I can go that's potentially going to give me some opportunity without weed. I'll try just straight out behind you guys. It's not really weedy out there. There's a big clear patch, but again, sometimes the squid can sit on near those clear patches in the weed, waiting for the fish to sort of be hanging around in the sand. But you know, yeah, the Fuji tangle-free eyes and stuff, so I haven't had any issues so far, which is great. And I can tell you, with other rods I have, even with these reels and the braid, using the J Braid 15-pound multicolour, it's probably a little bit heavy for the rod. I know you can get actual Inku specialist braid from Inku Tackle. I think it comes in a 14 and 16 pound. So I probably will get the 14 pounds when I put in my next order. If you are looking to place an order, be sure to use my discount code, which is Matt's Fishing, MATTS Fishing, all in capitals. I don't know if it actually makes a difference whether it's in capitals or not, but you'll get 10% off, and that will also support the channel. I'm really sort of confused at the moment as to why we haven't caught the squid. I would have thought this type of weather, water movement's good, high tides coming in, I think, that we would have had something of interest by now. I'll put that teaser out again in a minute. Oh, that is so weird out there. It must be such high, that reef. Because as soon as I cast straight towards the marina from this, it just seems to hook up straight on the sink. The only other option I could have is potentially changing the size of the jig. So I think this is a 3 or a 3.5. Look. Yeah, it's a 3, so I could go down to like a 2.5 or a 2 or whatever they are, the smaller ones. I'll do one more cast with this one and see how we go. And again, as a backup, we do also have some of the soft plastics that I mentioned earlier. Probably, I look like I'm very dark there because the sun's behind me, but you can probably see the sun if I move out of the way. There you go. But there's nothing really on my other side where I can put you guys. I don't think about us YouTubers when they make breakwater, do they? They should make rocks flatter at the ends and let people like their fish. Just not even for YouTubers, just in general. So you can sit down and be a bit safer perhaps as well. Yeah, I think it's getting a bit frustrating fishing and getting weed over the jig when you can cast out so far, but you're wasting all that distance because you're getting the tiniest, and as I said, you can feel it, but it's the tiniest amount of weed. I don't know where all this weed's coming from, because it's not normally a spot where I find the weed. We might try and move you again up to that spot. It is a little bit more exposed though, that's my only other concern. There is that flat spot there, but I don't know where I'd actually stand and fish. Challenges, challenges, challenges. Let's have a look. partner's just checking whether I arrived or not. If she jumped on YouTube, she'd clearly be able to see that I have. Yeah, okay, we'll move you. Sorry guys, sorry for all this moving around, but I just got to try and find the right spot for you, because otherwise, what about? Oh, that's not flat. I thought that was flat. Damn it. There we go. All right. If I turn it that way a bit, we should still be in the picture. Yeah, okay. Again, I'm way too, it's not right in frame, but it's probably a bit better because you got the sun there. You are behind a rock, so hopefully again you can hear me. Just use my big boy voice. And now that shag's gone, we'll try and get this teaser out again. See if we can get some interest. Put that in a completely different direction out that way than what we've had it before. And we'll see if we can get some squiddly diddly. So I'm really looking forward to the summer fishing again. Things are starting to warm up. That's why I thought I'd get out today, because it's supposed to be 40+ degrees tomorrow. And while that might be good for a yellowfin trip, I'm not the fittest man in the team, so it's not the best opportunity for me to be out there. All right. Super strange, that float. I'm trying to understand what the water's actually doing around here. Like the float wants to go that way, the wind wants to go that way. I thought it was an incoming tide, but everything's moving around that way. So it's pretty strange. This is a really good spot here if I do get a squid on that teaser, because I can literally lob my jig just in there. It's fairly deep, and just bring the teaser in, and they should find it pretty easily. With the sun coming out from behind the cloud, that gold magic, gold runner, the gold runner should twinkle, create some twinkles and sparkles. Just to capture the attention of the squiddly diddly. Well, I'm hoping. Let's get it back out in the water, huh? Oh, I just stood it on my S factor. That's not the best move. I don't know. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that float. It's just sitting there. It's not moving. Just got to wind the sack up, I guess. Just trying to feel whether there's any. Like normally, you would feel a pull, or if it's just weed. It feels just like weed. Or again, this close to rocks and stuff, it could be a crab, that a blue swimmer that's swum up for it. This area is pretty well known for its blue swimmer crabs, especially around behind the back beach, behind the caravan park. So it was just sitting out there for ages, and now that I've sort of freed it, it's starting to move back around. And there's, yeah, no weight on that, so we'll look to get this jig out where that just was. There's a patch of sand, weed going out past it, so I'm just going to cast along the patch of weed and hope I won't let it sink too quickly too fast. We found out when we cast it out that way that was often a challenge. And sorry, I don't know why, but that screams. Oh, is that a squid? Nice. I don't know, it's dulled down a bit. I don't know if that's just because I'm out in the sun now. I don't know. Oh, no, bottom again. Crap, come on. It can't be that hard to find squid. Unless they've already been, I mean, it hasn't been, what was that? Something just splashed down there. Not sure what that was. Getting a bit of pulling on this. A bit of pulling on this float, but I don't think it's a squid. I think, again, it's just, oh, maybe. So hard to tell, guys, so hard to tell. Would be a squid. I think it is a squid. Yes, I think we've got our first squid on the teaser, guys. So I'm just going to let him chomp on that for a bit and get this, if I can not get it out. Not do that. Just got caught on the teaser line, sorry. Just going to get it out past him. Get the teaser line in. Right, so he's just there. What we need to do is just bring this fucking hell weed. So we know one's out there. We just got to get it. Oh, we can see him right there. Just gonna get it. He's on it. He's straight on it. He's hungry. And we've got our first squid on the Inku eggy rod. Brilliant. There we go, guys, on the brand new Inku eggy rod. Give that a like. Just going to show you that there. Oops, it's a medium, sort of small, medium-sized one. I'd try and get across closer to you a bit if I can. It's just a little bit painful where the rocks all are. There you go, nice size on the gold runner. He was just having a nice chew on the teaser. We threw the gold runner out there, pulled the teaser in. He hung around going, where'd my fish go? And then he saw, oh, there's a little baby King George. No, it's not. It's the gold runner from Inku Squid Tackle. So apparently, we just squeeze them and they die like that. First time I've done that successfully. killing them first is really important. So you don't, so they don't leave. I mean, there's a little bit of ink on my hand, but they don't ink all over your bag. Get a I'd normally take photos of, but we're live streaming, so we'll just put that in the bag and get that teaser back out there. That's one. Now that we got that in the bag, put them in the bag. We've got a couple of ice blocks in there, and those water bottles as well that are pretty cool. And what do I do? Where's me? Oh my god, there's that. Where's the end of it? Oh, where did it go? Okay, so the handline's gone all the way down here, guys. There we go, got him. So I'll also just show you the fish, the teaser, and again show you what the squid tend to do to it. So the squid, you'll know if it's a squid, the difference between a squid and a crab. The squid will always grab there on the back of the neck. The squid tend to eat, the squid eat the back of the neck, where crabs tend to eat the belly. So if you're not sure, whether it's a crab or a squid, just have a look where the teaser's getting attacked. That's one. Got that out there. Stick that there, and we know they like the gold runner, so we'll give that another crack. And I might just do it sort of just out in that area where he was, because there could have been followers or mates of his around the place. While, as I said, we keep an eye on the actual teaser to make sure that we don't miss any potential squid for dinner. But yeah, that's pretty cool, bringing them in on the teaser and then sight casting them with the jig. I get worried when you're sight casting them, because I often think that if we can see them, they can see us, and they'll often swim away. But not on that occasion. He definitely hung around, which is great. Nothing out there, so potentially didn't have any mates in tow. It's actually quite nice now. It was about 33 degrees sort of in Port Wakefield. And when I hit sort of our Drossen way, it had dropped to about 26. Oh, is that squid or weed? That might be a small squid. No, it's weed. So it's actually quite not too bad. We've got another squid, guys, on the teaser. Yep, we're well under. Gotta get the. Oh, come on! So much weight on this. There we go. All right, so we've got one. I'm pretty sure we've got one. Just going to put the this jig out here. Put that down. Oh, come on! Don't make it difficult. Oh, come on! Come on, definitely a squid. It may not be on it anymore. But that's fine because my other jig is like right out there where he was. And you never know, you could actually be on one straight away. Give that a bit of a jiggle. I think he's behind it. Maybe not. Just cast it out again a little bit. He's around, he's out there somewhere. We're in about that right area. We've got the S factor on the jig. Shouldn't be too far away. Just watching the braid too, just in case I see that go tight. Alright, one more cast and then we'll put the teaser back out. We've had some interest, which is good. Means hopefully the bite's on. Not sure how the wind noise is for you guys. Oh, it's surely going to be out here. Felt like a decent sized one too. It definitely wasn't weed. It was definitely a squid with the way it was pulling. We've got some people coming down, so I won't make too much of a fuss about it. He hasn't got a squid jig, he's got a salmon lure. That is, it could be weed. Weed. Alright, I'm going to get this squid teaser back out again. They can be a little bit finicky from time to time. And we might just need to be a little bit more patient with it. But you can see he's had a real go at that. In a pretty good spot. And if he's around the place, he should come back pretty quickly. I mean, the fresh fish is always going to be probably a better, more enticing opportunity than the jig. And some people say, oh, why don't you use a squid jig with it? And it's purely because often the squid don't take with the spike jig on it. But if you give them a bit of a taste with the real fish, then when you pull that fresh fish in and then put a jig in front of them, they're sort of in the mood. It's a bit like sort of you're at a restaurant, you're having a lovely steak, and then someone takes the steak away but puts something else in front of you. You're probably, well, I'm hungry now, I'm going to eat it. We're about in that spot where he was before. The float is about in that spot where he was before, so we'll keep an eye on it. We won't cast too far in case we see the float go down. And we need to get him in. I probably just brought it in, that teaser, a bit too quick on that last one. Probably just need to bring it in a bit slower. We'll let him keep up with it. I've got 4 Tommies, like 3 new ones, except for the one that's out there, so I don't need to be sort of tight with the Tommies. But this is really coming into that perfect time of night to catch them. And yeah, when we caught that first one, not a huge one, but yeah, obviously the rod handled it effortlessly, which is good. Just keep an eye on the float. It is something I often see, is that when you're squid fishing and not getting caught on the bottom all the time, when you're squid fishing, you know, the teasers just increase your opportunity for catching. As you can see, if I was just relying on the rod, I wouldn't have caught anything by now, but because of the teaser, we've got that one, and we've had another hook up. I thought I heard a seal out there, but I just saw that just pop down a little bit. That I'll just keep an eye on it. Could be something playing on it. It's just really, they can be quite coy sometimes in not pulling the float straight down. I'll be happy with like 3 or 4 squid. That's enough for a feed. We've still got some in the fridge from the bag out we had a few months ago, a month or so ago, over at Point Riley. No weed or anything on that one, so that's sort of a good sign. It might mean the water's starting to clear up a bit. Clearly lots of people are out on holidays already. There's plenty of people around fishing and stuff. So often for me, because I want to record, it's a matter of finding spots that aren't as crowded, so I don't feel, I don't know, don't feel as, I don't know what the word is, not embarrassed, but you know, just worried, I guess, about filming. And I mean, it's great when I meet people, don't get me wrong, love that. There's a little bit of weed on that one, but again, nowhere near as what we've been getting. So that's a great sign. We've done a few casts out that way. That other squid hasn't turned up. We're going to change sides and head back out this way. Again, we've got the wind straight behind us, which is great. I mean, I still keep an eye on that float for sure. Every now and then. Yeah, could be weed. Yeah, I think there's still a bit of weed out that side, but there's certainly not as much on the top of the water. Might try sort of directly in line with the sun, directly to your left. just means I need to do a full 180 to see the very strange that squid came to the teaser, dropped it, and then didn't come back. And then we couldn't entice him with the jig. That's a squid, guys. I think. Tiny squid. No, squid. Oh, that was weird. Felt like squid pull. That was very weird. Might have been one that sort of just grabbed the jig but didn't get jagged. I'm going to reset that teaser. Except we've got a squid on it. So he was being very coy. It's probably that same squid. He was being very, very coy. I'm just gonna, if he's gonna be coy, I'll play with him a bit. Yeah, he's still on it. Is it a squid? Oh yeah, it's a nice squid. Is it a squid? No, it's a huge blue swimmer crab. It's a huge blue swimmer crab, guys. I wish I could show you, but I can't. If I had Sean here, he'd probably go down and get it, but he is completely destroyed. Now, teaser. So that's what it could have been. It could have been a blue swimmer. As I said, a very, very large one. Huge one. I haven't actually seen one that big before. So you can get that. As I said, this area is known for blue swimmers. You can get them around here. Just gonna lay that down there. Just lie there. Thank you. We'll get another teaser out. And we won't put it out that way where the blue swimmer crab is. Wow, that was annoying. Still. Probably should have thrown that to the blue swimmer crab so he kept him occupied. I can still see him down there. He's not going anywhere, but he's a bit too deep to go chasing after. We'll throw this out over that way. Bad little cast. Put him there. Oh. There's that other bottle. Oh no, that is a half empty one. So if you're coming down the Yorks and looking for a blue swimmer crab spot, I definitely recommend Port Vincent as an opportunity. Just gonna make sure we don't. Where are we? What's going on here? Here we go. cast a bit more. You can see how beautiful it is in the background. The weather's perfect. It's whenever it's casted out on that corner, it seems to really sort of hang in that spot for a while, and I don't really know why. I mean, it's got me again curious. There's nothing on it. It's just enough to make me a little bit curious. At least it's not a donut. We got one squid, which, you know, if we don't catch any more, we'll probably just keep that one for a bit of bait. I've got some mates here that have got a B&B called Villa Pore just around the corner. I might even drop it into them. Again. Quite the frustration, to be honest. Just cast around the back of the breakwater, just in the calmer bit of water. Just casted low because I didn't want the wind to push it out to the right. We'll just see if there's any squid sort of hanging in here. Sometimes they don't like they like a little bit of water movement. Sometimes they don't like too much. They rather the I guess the calmer sort of waters where there's still that movement and a bit of fish moving around that they can eat, obviously, but not necessarily too much movement where they can't sort of control, I guess, their swimming motion and action. Doesn't seem to have got any interest this far. This is also apparently a good spot for some snook. I've had a soft plastic or two bitten off here in half, like a 3-inch minnow from Z-Man getting bitten off. Now that float is back around almost to where that blue swimmer was before. Got some tiny micro bait fish down here. Going to cast out this side again and just keep my eye on that float. Getting to that time of night where the float is starting to sort of glow, where the luminescent orange on top of the float is really starting to stand out, which I think is sort of that time where you'd expect to start really catching some fish or squid. If I could just keep off the bottom would be nice. It's just a constant battle out here. Just again, I'm probably there's some what are they? Salmon? Looks like there's some salmon out there. Nice school of salmon. We might put on the soft plastic. Probably, I mean, they weren't huge salmon, but there was probably a good 5 or 6 of them that were reasonable size, probably that kilo mark. So just got these McCarthy baits, it's already open. I'm going to use the little pink one, little paddle tail. The jig heads, where are my jig heads? And we've got the 3/0 1/4 ounce, and we've got all different colours in here. We'll do the matching pink. If I can get it open, they'll be gone by the time I get rigged up, guys. I should have had it sort of ready to go. I reckon it'll be a good. Yeah, that's what they are. There's salmon out here jumping around, which is cool. Yeah, hopefully they'll take this soft plastic. Let's see where it's going to come out. It's going to come out right on that dot, which is great. Never tried a McCarthy soft plastic, so biggest thing with soft plastics, they need to go on straight. There we go. Pretty big hook, but it's what we've got. What do we got here? Let's put the old S factor on that too. And you know, a snook would take this too. And if they're jumping around, it probably means they're in a bit of a feisty mood to take a bait. We've got the tail breeze, so we should get a reasonable cast. Yeah, so I can just see them splashing out around here, so let's get it in. They're sort of like rounding up some bait fish. Little bit out of frame. Just going to give it a slow roll. Probably come right up here, guys. They're right over that side, so yeah, I'm just going to, you see him busting up right behind you guys. Just got to get the cast to the left. Should be perfect, and then wind my way through them just on the slow roll. Rod tip down. Nope, not that time. That was sort of right where they were. Oh, they've moved down the wall a bit. Need him to come back closer to me. Oh, that was right in the middle of them. Pity I don't have a medal on me. I'm gonna wind in really fast, see if I can get attention. Nope. It's always about finding the right sort of movement. There's a couple of flicks. Normally with the salmon it's just burn it. Oh, had a touch. Still on the jig head. Be good to show you that we can catch a salmon as well as squid on this rod, but they don't seem to want to play ball. I've probably got might change over I've got some more natural looking ones. They might not like the pink, which is fine. I bought the natural ones as well, and I've also got some death baits as well. Oh, well, okay, I just bit that enough. Trying to get it off the jig head. There we go. That in the bag. These are more of a natural sort of colour. I'll still put it on the pink jig head. Don't want to necessarily go to the effort of changing the jig head. And I haven't seen them splashing around, so they might have moved on. Good. S factor. I don't know, we might be on a low tide now. I didn't look. I only looked honestly at the other side of the peninsula, because it looks like it's getting lower, not higher. Well, I might just flick this out over here a bit. Maybe even in that sort of current out there. Come back here so you can see me. Maybe. Oh, my hook's on something again. Bottom. Yeah, huge weed straight out there, which is annoying. And I'm just going to take this off because that float was being weird again. I hope we don't have another crab, but we won't know, and we need to be ready for it just in case it isn't. Come on. It's supposed to be fast hatch clips. Sometimes not as fast. Not all that fast. It's got that. Looks like it's heading in one direction where it probably shouldn't be. But it's literally right where that blue swimmer was earlier, so I'm not convinced it's anything of significance, but we'll try. There's nothing on it. We'll just reset it. Hopefully it's still there and hasn't been chewed off. Still there. We'll have a look where it's been chewed, if at all. Yeah, so it's been chewed on the eyes, which again is another key, another sign of the crabs rather than the squid. Again, the squid will always go the back of the neck. The crabs will generally go to eyes. So again, we want to reset this one. It's a bit further out, and we've got the squid jig on. Again, it might be that time of night, so keep persevering until we can maybe start seeing those salmon splash around again, or even snook. I feel like I'm being like just completely, what's the word, like scammed at the moment by these. Nothing there, but it's just moving like that in the water. be something. Yeah, that's a squid. I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to bring it in really gently this time. Might not be there anymore. Just felt that pulsing. I reckon if I put that down, put this one just out here, that way. Put that back down quickly. Bring this one in. Is it another crab or is it? Let's have a look. Oh, oh, you get the load out. Probably should just use another. Not really sure, to be honest. Bloody shag. This shag's coming around like in camouflage, right? It's covered in seaweed. It's got, I think that's crap because it's got like a pinch mark. Like a pinch mark there in its side. Though it's got sort of some marks up there on the head too. So let's have a look. What are you doing? What are you looking for, Mr. Shag? There's a big crab around here like before, but you didn't do anything about it. I don't know what he's looking for. He's looking in between the rocks. I don't know what he's looking for. We'll just just keep at it again. Oh. What are they being chased by? They were tiny little salmon racing through. I don't know if you heard that, but I have no idea what they were being chased by. Because I didn't see any bigger. Might have been snook. Oh, Matty, cast better than that. That was my poor casting. Not concentrating, that's why. Really lovely out here now. There's just that slight breeze behind. Shag just wanting to think I'm talking to him, but I'm talking to you guys. I don't know what he's getting at. He's going down in between the rocks. I'm going to go back to the soft plastic because there seems to definitely be more fish action than there is squid diddly action at this point. time. Got a bite, but it was from like a tiny little fish in the rocks there. But very sensitive, the rod. I felt that straight, even with 15-pound line on it, was super sensitive. Oh, that can't be the bottom. Like, it's a fish. It's not a fish. It's weed, straight up. Super weird. That must mean like it's a foot deep from the, because as soon as I moved that, there was weed on it. We'll try out this side. Just try and bring it back. Slow roll. Floodies out here too in some of the sandy patches. No. There's really weird water movement out here though. That's weird. Yeah. Been told that usually the sneak are on the outgoing tide, which I think we're on now. If the weed could just go away, it would be lovely. Just doesn't seem to want to from get off with me. Holy moly, there's a big splash there too. Get the weed off of it. It's like a tiny little bloody, it's a tiny little plastic and it just constantly getting weed on it. Don't know what to do, guys. Got any suggestions? Give us a comment. Surely something wants to eat a lovely little predator, but they won't when there's bloody weed on it. Alright, I'm going to change the squid jig and I'm going to put a smaller squid jig on, given that, I don't know, maybe I just need to cast in here and then just jig it a bit. Try that first. really not sure, guys. A lovely 60 centimetre sneak would be awesome. This is the perfect sort of jig to get it on. We'll definitely know when we get it on this rod. How long have we been live for now? An hour and 30. Hello, Mr. Gull. Mr. Stephen Seagal. It actually feels like it's dropped quite a bit in temperature. What can we do? Just the one squid so far, if you've just joined in. No one fishing. Oh, there's a couple of people fishing on the wharf down over there. I guess I was out here to test the rod and I quite like it. It's light, it's whippy, it's reactive. You can clearly catch a squid. That's all we've caught. So I guess, you know, as a squid rod, we're on the money. We'll just, I'm going to go to a small jig, a small squid eggy. That one down there in case we need it. Put the gold, run it back, and I'm actually going to go, I think I've got a small red devil as we're getting darker now. Oh. Okay, I've got a small red head, but I think, yeah, I do. On the other side, I've got the small. Oh. They're such good cases, sometimes you can't actually, I can't undo them easily. So yeah, we've got the tiny little 2.5, come right over, the tiny little 2.5 red devil. I'm going to get that on here and then get that teaser back out, because I'm just confident that we've got to get some more squid tonight. That's on. Let's get him back out. Yeah, so there's, you can see now there's a bit of blood, so there's, yeah, again a crab. And what I might actually do, rest him there, I'm actually going to, now that the tide's going out, I'm going to loosen the, shorten the trace. Quite substantially. Going to make it like a metre and a half. It just tends to mean the crabs won't come up that far. The squid will, the crabs generally don't. Quite happy with how I've got better and better at that casting. Now, S factor. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, one thing at a time. Get those soft plastics back. That's come off. Get the S factor on the back of the jug. Got a pelican out there now. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. Either way, they're lovely creatures to watch. It still casts really well. Wow. Even with the lighter 2.5 on. And yeah, sure, we've got a bit of a tail breeze, but it's almost casting down to the same length of line as the 3 was, sorry. And this just might, again, being a smaller jig, different colour, might get another squid for us. Won't think as fast. Take me, I'm going to put them in the bag, otherwise I'm probably going to leave them behind, lose them or whatever. Might be weed. Certainly not a squid, and it's certainly more weight than I should have. That float is just going around really fast, which I think is current, and it's probably getting less issue with weed because it's got that lighter trace. So really what we're looking for is when it stops, which means there's probably something on it that's stopping it. Hopefully not a blue swimmer crab. I can't believe how much I'm getting caught on the bottom. Oh. I'm going to leave it there, guys. We got the one squid. The verdict on the rod is, yeah, I'm really happy with it. It'll be my now go-to eggy rod. My daughter Matilda can probably use my Impact XT, and we'll see you next time.